So we woke up on day 4 of our trip in Stovepipe Wells, and we knew that it was going to take us 2 days to get home, 2 full days. So our goal was to try and get as far north as Tonopah. The weather was pretty crappy. It was windy and cold, and there was some rain and snow predicted in the forecast. So the goal was just to try and get as far north as we could. Here's the map of our anticipated route home. We were going to go up through Goldfield up to Tonopah, and then the next day we were going to go up through Gabbs, Middlegate, and then west to Reno. You'll see here that the weather was pretty wet. We ended up getting some hail as we headed into Goldfield. The sides of the road were flooding, and it did make for quite the adventure. As we pulled into Goldfield in the pouring rain, we knew exactly where we wanted to stop. There's a little cafe coffee shop. It's a family-owned and operated place called the Dinky Diner. So we thought that we would go in there, eat some of the food, dry off a little bit, have a few cups of coffee, and hopefully wait out the storm so that we could make it to Tonopah a little bit later in the day.
Listen to the nice weather today. Riding on a motorcycle.
Oh my word!
You gotta get home. You gotta get home. Well, at least you're at the Dinky Diner, right, guys? Right?
We knew exactly where we were headed.
There you go. Out of the rain, you mean?
So we had an awesome couple of hours at the Dinky Diner, hanging out with the owner and a few of the patrons. Got a little bit dried off, and the weather subsided a bit. We were thinking that maybe we were going to change our route, head over to Silver Peak, Nevada, and then up to Hawthorne, maybe bypass Tonopah. You have to go up a bit of a grade to get into Tonopah, and we were kind of worried about the amount of snow that we were going to run into. So when we were talking with the owner of the Dinky Diner, I had mentioned that I was kind of low on fuel, and Goldfield doesn't have a commercial gas station. So she said, "Oh, no problem, you can go over to such and such a street, and this lady, you just knock on her door, she has some gas cans, give her some money, she'll fill you up." So of course that's where we headed, and we met this awesome lady who filled us up with gas.
You're sure this is it?
Starts with a C.
Okay. Ooh.
Does it say it opens at 4?
And it was kind of hailing-ish. Yeah, we were coming down just right into Goldfield. So we may just stay at the After getting my tank filled up and chit-chatting with the lady that filled up our tanks, she told us that the road going into Silver Peak, it's a dirt road, that it had washed out recently. And with the weather and stuff, she said, you know, my husband and I are avid off-roaders, and I know that road pretty well, and I wouldn't recommend it. So, of course, we heeded her advice, and we thought, you know what? We're just going to head up towards Tonopah. Hopefully, we won't run into too much snow, and if we do, we can always turn around, go back to Goldfield, and stay in Goldfield for the night. So you'll see here that as we were going over the pass into Tonopah, we did run into some snow, but for the most part, I mean, they weren't icy, and we didn't have any issues with slipping or anything. So we made our way to the Mizpah Hotel. It's a historic hotel in Nevada that I had never stayed in. But yeah, I was super excited to go into this hotel and stay here for the night.
I gotta dry my freaking feet are so wet. Yeah.
My boots haven't soaked through yet.
Wet and cold. Look at them. Sorry. We'll just put them right there so it looks like they're still in my feet. See? Hey, Annie. Happy birthday.
I'm digging it. Look at the view. What? This is awesome.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot, still tryna flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash, cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave, I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own.